Hello, welcome to our Preparing for School presentation. It has been written by Solihull 0 to 19 service in conjunction with Solihull Health Visiting and Solihull School Nurse teams. Starting school can be an anxious time for the family. We hope you find the presentation useful with some handy hints and information to help you as a family prepare for your child's transition to reception.
Talking about school. If you can have a look at the school brochure or school website with your child, this will help them to become familiar with the school as a place and not just a word. They will get to see the building, playground, classrooms and teachers. Having a walk past the school at different times of day, playtime where your child will see other children playing and enjoying themselves, and at the end of the day when it can be quite busy with lots of people around. Try not to talk to your child about big girl or big boy school, as this may cause your child to become worried that they aren't big enough for school yet. Remember to keep talk about school relaxed. Ask questions instead of telling them what you think it will be like. Our ideas of school may be very different to a child's. Some suggestions could be, what do you think you will do when you're at school? Or what games will you play at playtime? Try to focus on things you know your child is looking forward to at school. It might be the new uniform or taking a packed lunch. Focusing on their anxieties may make these increase.
Dressing and undressing. Practice putting uniform on and off at home before starting school so that they are not thrown in at the deep end and become familiar with the feel and look of it. Allow plenty of time for practicing getting dressed. You don't want your child to be rushed while they are mastering these skills. This will build on their confidence and encourage them to be independent. There may be lots of fastenings to get used to. Activity boards and books that display buttons, zips and velcros can help your child practice using their fine motor skills. Your child will need to get changed before and after PE, take their cardigans or jumpers on and off when they are hot and cold, put their coat on to go out to play, take their shoes and pumps on and off and be able to put their shoes back on the right feet. Washing their uniform beforehand will give it a soft, comfortable feel and a freshness that smells just like home.
Eating and drinking. It is important to encourage your child to start eating independently before starting school. Being familiar using cutlery will help your child gain some independence at meal times. Try and find out how lunchtimes operate at your child's school and talk to your child about them. This may be a totally different experience for them from their childcare setting or at home with yourselves. Role play at home. Practice carrying their lunch on a small tray to the table. It can be a hard skill for them to learn, but practicing will hopefully develop their confidence and coordination in doing so. Talk about how the dinner hall may look and sound like, as they can be busy places and quite noisy, for which some children may find it overwhelming. If your child is having a packed lunch, think about the packets and the ease of opening to make it as easy as possible. If your child does not drink water at home, start introducing and encouraging, as schools are mostly water-only zones. Schools will also have an advisory food list for packed lunches, so please familiarise yourselves with this to ensure this is followed, as it is important around children's allergies and to promote healthy eating. If your child has any food allergies, it is important that you discuss this with them and that they are aware of them and the foods that they shouldn't eat and what to do if they do. Use visual pictures to help their understanding. Also ensure school are aware of the allergies and any treatment needed if they come into contact with them. Make sure your child's drink bottle is clearly labelled with their name or symbol they recognise as their own, as there may be several that look similar. Hopefully, eating at school will be an enjoyable occasion for your child. Children can be hungry and thirsty at the end of the school day, so having a drink and healthy snack when you collect your child, I'm sure will be welcomed.
Bedtime routine and sleep. If your child still naps in the daytime, it's a good idea to try to phase out the naps in the run-up to school. If they still need a nap, think about reducing the length or frequency in the day and the time that they nap until they no longer need a sleep in the daytime. Instead of a nap, your child might enjoy a bit of quiet time with you. Think about quiet activities with your child where you can relax, for example, reading a book or cuddle on the sofa, listening to some gentle, relaxing music. Bedtime routines are important to enable your child to have a well-rested night and be ready for the day ahead. Keep the routines as children enjoy the familiarity of doing the same thing every night. Bedtime is always a good chance for your child to chat about their day, and you can enable them to open up about any worries or anxieties. Try not to question your child too much. Anxieties usually come out in general chatting in a relaxed atmosphere. A story at bedtime can help children with their early learning. So if story time isn't part of your bedtime routine, it's worth considering including this. It also gives you and your child a chance to spend some quality time relaxing after what would have been a busy day at school.
Toileting. Unless there is a medical or developmental delay, children starting reception will be expected to be dry during the day and able to take themselves to the toilet and take care of their needs, for example, being able to wipe themselves after they have been to the toilet. Encourage your child to be independent with their toileting at home so that the transitioning to school is less overwhelming for them. If your child uses the potty, encourage your child to use the toilet at home. Help them feel confident, wiping their bottoms, pulling up their pants and trousers and washing their hands. Talk about the flush and allow them to flush the toilet. This will not only teach them how to use the flush, but also expose them to the noise, which can appear scary to some children. Prepare them for the school toileting routines and talk to them about this. For example, do they need to ask the teacher if they need to go to the toilet, or does the teacher take them on regular toilet runs? Ensure they have a spare set of clothes at school in a carrier bag and some wipes. Talk to your child about what to do if they have accidents and where the spare set of clothes are kept. If your child is not yet toilet trained, you can use resources such as books to help them prepare for the toileting routine. Always praise and encourage your child. Brush over accidents and never punish. For more information, visit www.eric.org.
Play and useful skills. Here are some skills that will be useful for your child to have or be working towards when starting school. Play short games with them that involve turn-taking and encourage waiting, watching and listening. Pop-up Pirate and Picture Lotto are children's favourites in this area. Encourage and practice nose blowing into a tissue and to discard and wash hands afterwards. This is a self-care skill and will also help keep others safe and possibly save washing of sleeves on uniforms. Involve your child in tidying up after play, an activity children often try to avoid. This helps your child to accept change within the routine and also help keep the classroom tidy and safe. Hanging coats up can also be a really useful skill to start practicing now. Encourage activities that involve sitting and listening, for example looking at books, colouring in and jigsaws. This will help your child get used to sitting for periods of time. If you think that your child will struggle, start looking at strategies that you think will help them now. For example, weighted lap blankets and fiddle toys. Start introducing mindfulness activities to help your child explore and recognise their emotions to help them feel positive in unfamiliar situations. For example, looking for something in their environment that makes them feel happy, or deep breaths in and out.
In the next few slides, we will be looking at areas of your child's development since their 2-year development check with the health visiting team up to 48 months, which will be the next ASQ which you'll receive from the school nurses before your child starts reception. On the following slides are suggested milestones for you to have a look at, and if your child needs more encouragement in these areas, use the tables as a guide to activities you could complete as a family. If you would like further support in any of these areas, please contact the health visiting team, or if your child attends a childcare setting, discuss with your child's key worker. Communication development. Gross motor development. Fine motor development. Problem solving. Personal social development.
A few further suggestions. Encourage your child to learn to recognise their own name. Introduce numbers and letters. Write their names on stickers, on their cups, placemats, etc., so they can begin to recognise their names at home before they start school. A good tip is to use lowercase letters because this is what they will be learning. Symbols can be used if you feel this would be more beneficial for your child. Introduce fun counting games with blocks, jigsaw puzzles, and counting up and down stairs as we walk up and down them, so they can practice counting and begin to become familiar with names and numbers. Have your child's eyes tested in the summer before starting school at a local optician's. Do a drive or walk by to the school so your child becomes familiar with the environment. Talk about their new school to show them where they will be going. Talk through your morning routine, how you will get there, what entrance they will walk through, etc., to prepare them. Do a drive-by in term time when the school is busy to enable your child to get a true feel of how a normal school day looks. Around the vicinity of the school can be very busy. Look at parking nearby. This may be a short walk, but will be a good start to the day to have a little exercise of walking from the car to school. Break in new school shoes. Wear them around the house so they are comfortable when wearing them all day. Don't worry that they are going to ruin them or scuff them. Comfort is more important. Remember to also put your child's name in their shoes, as this is also important as naming their clothes, just in case they lose them. Have a family photograph in the front of your child's bag in case they start to feel anxious. This will enable them to look at the photo and feel safe. Visual pictures create an instant connection of familiarity and comfort. Don't let your worries and anxieties become theirs. Try to control your own feelings and show your positive and happy vibes about this exciting milestone. This will reassure them as they embark on the start of their school life journey. Make friends with parents of children in the class, but let your child seek their own friends. Don't enforce friendships. Your child will make their own friends with the children they connect with. Enjoy and embrace your child's next new life adventure together as a family.
Once your child has started school, let your child get used to school hours before introducing after-school activities, as it is likely they will be tired. Your child's days will be busy and full of learning, and they may need time to recharge. Plan quiet weekends and have opportunity to have time to access their favourite activities. Create opportunity and time to talk to your child about their feelings and their school day. Use visuals if needed to help your child understand. Don't be disheartened if your child does not come out of school eager to share their day with you straight away. This may happen at bath time, in the car on the way home, or even sitting on the toilet. Be prepared for some wobbles. Reality of normality and extra reassurance may be needed for yourself and also your child. Thank you for watching, and we hope you have found it useful. If you have any questions or concerns around your child starting school, please contact the health visiting team. Alternatively, if your child attends a childcare setting, discuss concerns with your child's key worker. We hope your child's transition to school goes well and as smoothly as possible. Take care and good luck.